alarm, part of the alarm system. What the heck? That's strange. That's weird. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. Ricky here. I'm going to be showing you what we're going to be doing next today to the MR2. Here she is. So last I heard from Evans, they actually got a new battery for it, and I hope it's better than the battery in this camera because it's about to die. And I guess it started right away once they put the battery in it. One thing that he is still concerned about is that red light right there and this. We have no idea what it belongs to. We have no idea what it does. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be going through the wiring, going to follow that red light and the switch, and I'm going to see where it goes to. And see if I can fix it. That way we can eliminate the switch. Let's get to it. All right, guys. So to diagnose or pretty much figure out what all that goes to, you only need two things: a multimeter and a test light. And obviously start taking panels and start following wires to see what it does. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing now. I can already see this wire right here, and this pretty much looks like an alarm light. So I'm assuming this is an alarm system here, or maybe that's just a dummy light, which I've seen that too. This right here worries me. I have no idea what this goes to or what it does. And we still haven't been able to figure out where it goes to. So, oh Jesus. So the whole ignition harness is pretty much cut and it's been spliced to something else. So I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna take this apart. Once I take it apart, I'll bring you guys right back into the that area, and then we'll figure out what's going on. All right, so I took the bottom part of the dash out, and just like I said, this is, oh, can you guys even see that? You can't see it. There's an alarm system here. What the heck? This is the cruise control handle, and for whatever reason, it was hidden under the dash. That's strange. That's weird. Alarm, part of the alarm system. Switches that goes not to the alarm. So I'm gonna remove the entire alarm system, and then this goes way behind the dash, this switch. So I really have no idea what that does. So first things first, let's remove the alarm system. When it comes to alarm system, it's pretty much, the way this one's looking at is pretty much simple. It looks like they just cut the ignition power and the signal that goes to the starter. They cut it and they splice it, and both wires will go to the alarm, and the alarm will actually do the switch to activate the starter. So that's why when the alarm is activated and you try to start it, it won't. The car won't start. Once you bypass all that, pretty much, long story short, it's just a switch that sends the signal to the starter or to the ignition, so you can actually get power and be able to crank the car. So I'm about to reverse everything that they just did right now, so we'll be able to start the car without the alarm system and remove that solid or blinking red light that's right there, and then we'll get onto the switch.
One eternity later.
All right, so the alarm system has been removed. This is it right here. Usually there's a wire, there's a couple of wires that is split, and it splits the ignition like I told you guys earlier. And from the ignition it goes here, and from the engine it goes here. And this thing will actually do the switch to give it full power so the engine will be able to start. That wasn't done. So this alarm system was literally not doing anything. On top of that, this is the horn for the alarm system. What you guys hear when somebody tries to break in, and it triggers the switch on the door, sends the signal, and it sends the signal to the alarm to go off. This horn for the alarm was under the steering wheel as well. This should be under the hood, in this case under the front trunk, or back here somewhere. That way everybody will be able to hear it, not inside the car. If you put it inside the car with the windows up and sealed, nobody's gonna hear it. So this was also useless. Literally the only thing that was hooked up was the power, so the little alarm red light can go off, can actually turn on or blink or whatever. That was it. There was nothing connected to the door switches. There was nothing connected that would prevent the car from starting. So even if the alarm goes off, which it couldn't because it wasn't hooked up correctly, whoever tried to steal it could, because there was nothing preventing it from not starting. You know what I mean? Anyways, enough on that. Done with the alarm. I'm gonna move over to the switch, and I'm kind of confused because the switch wiring that's here, it literally goes from power to a switch to a ground. So I'm assuming they're trying to bridge something from one side to another. I just gotta figure out why. Is it missing a relay? Is something jacked up on the wiring that I need to fix? Because it's literally going from a power to another power to a ground, and I'm assuming the switch, what it does, it bridge both powers. So I'm gonna figure that out. I still don't know what to say or think about the cruise control being extended and tucked under the steering wheel cover. But we'll get to that after I'm done with the switch issue.
A few minutes later.
So like I was saying, it was probably a bridge, which it is. Trying to do this with one hand. So these are the two wires that are coming from the actual fuse panel or relay panel, because that's where it's at right now. And if you notice, the dash lights are not on right now. The car's turned off. There's no keys in it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put them together, and now you'll notice that the lights are on, and I'm gonna pull them apart right now. You see it? That's what it was doing. So that was pretty much a switch for the dash lights. So now I gotta trace the wiring and see what's stopping it from turning on.
A little later.
All right, let me give you guys a quick update. The alarm's been completely removed. The switch's been completely removed. I bypassed the wiring to the dash lights to a radio fuse for now until we can get that relay. There's a relay missing. Once we get that relay, we'll be able to diagnose whether it's working or not. But as of right now, put the key in it, and you can see how the dash light, there you go. Apparently this car had tail light issues also. The tail lights weren't working at all, and by me removing all that and fixing all that and bypassing it, everything works flawlessly now. I know it's kind of boring, it's kind of dry. I promise you, we're gonna have some fun the next time I'm here. I have a little surprise for this car. The guys may or may not know about it. Some of them do, some of them don't. But we're gonna make this car fast, really quick, very cheaply. We're gonna try to make the stock motor run way faster than what it is now. And I'm gonna show you what Ricky style is all about. I'm gonna try to attempt to deal with that cruise control issue. I'm gonna see where all those wirings go. I'll show you again. So this is the cruise control switch, handle, controller, whatever you want to call it. And it's still attached to the stock harness. I believe that they just extended it and then they tucked it under. I need to figure out why they did that. Is there a short? Is it open? Is it not open? So I'm gonna try to put this thing back like it was from manufacturer, and then see if the car. I hope the car starts, but it should be able to. I don't think any of that is hooked up to anything on the main harness. All right, since this video was kind of dry and boring, I'm gonna show you guys how to use a test light. Okay, what a test light pretty much does. This goes to a ground and this goes to a positive. There's a light right in between it. So when you get positive and negative, it literally just sends a signal to the light bulb to turn on, right? It's just literally current. I'm gonna show you guys how to test for fuses with a test light, which is a very common problem that a lot of people have. And they ended up taking to an electromechanic personnel, and they charge you like $120 an hour to diagnose. This case, for $10 or less, you'll be able to buy a test light from anywhere. Walmart, AutoZone, Target, it doesn't matter. Everybody sells this thing. Even 7-Eleven, I believe I've seen them there. I'm gonna show you how to test for a fuse. And you don't even need to know which fuse you're testing. You just need to test all the fuses, and when you find out that one of them is bad, replace it, and that usually fixes your problem. So you don't even need to be smart to do this. This is a fuse box. This car has 3 of them. There's one here under the front trunk or under the hood, whatever you want to call it. There's another one under the steering wheel, and then there's another one under the engine bay. All right, so let's just say your radio doesn't work, or most commonly your cigarette lighter. The cigarette lighter always goes out, right? It's never working. You try to hook up a USB adapter, it doesn't work, or your radio doesn't work. It's this simple. I'm gonna show you in this one because it's very accessible right now and you'll be able to see it. So main thing, the fuse is gonna have, so right now I hooked the clip up to a ground, which is pretty much any ground, any metal surface that's on the car, whether it's a bolt. Make sure you don't hook up to plastic. Plastic doesn't conduct electricity. So make sure it's on the ground, right? Anything metal. Get up to a metal or a bolt, and this side goes to a positive. If you notice inside, on top of the fuses, there's little metal guides right on top on both sides. What if that's exposed, so you'll be able to test it with a test light, like in this case. Right? I'm touching it, we're getting power, which means it's working. That side's working. We'll go to the other side, and that one's getting power as well, right? If for any case the fuse or your test light only lights up on one side and not the other, that means the bridge on the fuse is literally bad. Okay, you guys see that bridge? If the test light only works in one side and not the other, that bridge is probably going to be split open. It's not going to be touching each other. So that means that fuse is bad. In this case, the fuse is good because obviously we get in contact from both sides. So you're gonna go up the road until you find a bad one. Okay, you guys see how this one doesn't light up on both sides? That just means that fuse is not being used at the moment. It could be a horn, that only when you press the horn is when this is gonna actually send signal. All right, so don't worry about the ones that both sides don't work. Only worry about the ones that only one side's working and not the other one. If it only works in one side, like I said again, works in one side and not the other, that means you gotta replace that fuse. Remember, when you do this, you must have the key, the ignition key, turned on. Have the key turned on, and if you, let's just say, if you're trying to diagnose the wiper blades not working, you have to have the switch on for the wiper blades in order for it to send the signal over here so you can diagnose the problem with the fuse. All right, simple tip. It'll save you a lot of money. It's only gonna cost you $10 or less. All right, guys? Take care, have a good day. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, like, comment. Next time, it's gonna be fun, trust me.